The final topic to cover for describing core Azure services is understanding Azure Resource Manager, known as ARM or ARM, and how to manage Azure resources in general. Azure Resource Manager is the deployment and management service for creating, updating, and deleting resources in your Azure account. Azure Resource Manager acts as an abstraction layer between the caller, yourself, to the Azure services underneath. It allows requests to come through from the portal, from Azure PowerShell or CLI, from REST clients, or even using the CLI during programming. Some key terms you need to know are as follows. Azure Resources is any management item provided by Azure, such as a virtual machine, storage, and databases. We will cover more of these in the coming chapters. This includes both IaaS and PaaS, as well as resource groups, subscriptions, management groups, and tags, and again, we will cover these later on. A resource provider. A resource provider are services that supply Azure resources. You can think of this as families of Azure resources, such as Microsoft.compute or Microsoft.storage. These include one or more resource types, and all storage accounts, for example, belong to Microsoft.storage resource provider. Resource Manager Templates. Resource Manager Templates, also known as ARM templates, is a JSON file that describes and defines what resources are going to be deployed. These are commonly used in Azure to deploy infrastructure as a code consistently and in a reproducible manner. ARM templates are the bread and butter of doing deployments in Microsoft Azure, so it's really important you understand how they work. ARM templates use declarative syntax, which means your template says, here is what I intend to create. You define the properties, and behind the scenes, the code runs to deploy the ARM template. The ARM template is an abstraction layer, it's not the actual code that runs. The main benefits of using ARM are, it gives you the ability to manage infrastructure directly without any heavy coding required. It gives you the ability to manage lots of resources in one template, or, if you so prefer, to split them out across multiple templates. It gives you the ability to redeploy resources consistently, and you always get the same outcome from running the same ARM template. ARM templates have built-in dependency management, allow you to choose which resources go first. So for example, you could deploy the Azure virtual network before you deploy the virtual machine which lives on the network within the same ARM template. And finally, ARM templates come with RBAC or role-based access controls integrated within. ARM adheres to your RBAC policies that are defined. ARM is also highly resilient, with services distributed across multiple regions and availability zones, and are never taken down for planned maintenance, so they are a consistent way to ensure your deployments go through.